Hi guys, it's Mr. Main. Just wanted to put a video out at the beginning of phase 3 in order to talk you through how math is going to be run until we get back into the school. So I put up a number of different videos and you don't necessarily have to watch them all. They're sort of tailored to the different types of devices people are going to be using. So if you're going to be using your cell phone or a tablet, there's going to be a separate video that you're going to watch that will walk you through how to get into your assignments, how to edit them, and how to turn them in. There's also going to be a separate video that is geared more towards laptops, like this guy right here. Like if you have a Chromebook or a Mac or any other brand that you might have, that's going to be the video that you're going to want to look at. But for the most part, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what math's going to be looking like. All of our assignments are now going to be done exclusively through Classroom, and they're going to be done in a Google slide format. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what they're going to look like and what you're going to be expected to do in these. And the other videos that you're going to watch afterwards are going to really be how to open them up, how to edit them, how to turn them in. I'm going to talk a little bit first about what are these going to look like, what's the format going to be, and all that. So let's take a look at what a sample lesson is going to look like for you moving forward through the rest of the year. Okay, here we go. Guys, it's Ms. Tremaine. I just want to put out a video focusing on the format of how our lessons are going to be running from now on. All of our lessons from now until we go back into school are going to be in the format of using Google Slides. So we're not going to be getting a bunch of different papers, having you fill them out and turn them all back in. No, it's going to be all located on one Google Slides. Well, it's not really a document, but Google Slides. And you're going to be editing in that Google Slides and turning it into me. So let's take a look at what one of these slideshows you're going to be working on might look like. So once you get your presentation open, it's always going to start off with a to-do list for you. It's going to list out all the things that you're going to need to do in that 2-day period that you're going to have to work on that assignment. So for example, this is the lesson 1 for 8th grade math. It's going to be due by the end of the day, 11:59 on Tuesday. So you have Monday and Tuesday to complete it. So you're going to first start off by completing your warm-up. Then you're going to watch your mini lesson video and take a look at that note sheet. Then you're going to complete the practice slides. You're going to finish it off by doing the must-do Google Forms checkout sheet. You want to make sure that you're doing that Google Forms checkout sheet, and I'll show you what it looks like, what they're going to look like moving forward. Okay, so let's take a look at what one of these presentations might look like. We're always going to be starting off with a warm-up. So that's going to be a slide that has some sort of math tool, math picture on it. In this case, we have a table, and it's going to ask you for today. We're asking you to label a notice. What do you notice? What do you wonder? You're going to click into those boxes, and you're going to type your answer right in there. I'm not in edit mode, but when you're in edit mode, you're going to be able to double click inside those boxes and type in your answers to what do you notice, what do you wonder. Okay, so once you move forward, it's always going to give you your learning targets. For this one, for this lesson right here, we have 2 learning targets. Some days we might have 1, some days we might have 3, I don't know. It'll depend on the lesson. So underneath those learning target or targets, you're going to have a sentence that's going to simply state out what your focus for today is going to be, today and tomorrow. So underneath that, before you get started on any practice problems, you're going to be taking a look at first a video explaining the new concept. So the way that you can go about watching that video is on your slideshow, you can actually click it. It's a little bit small, so I wouldn't suggest watching it this way, but once you can watch it here by clicking there, or you can click in the app and it'll open it up in Drive for you so that it's a little bit larger. Okay, so once you go through and you watch your video, then you're going to hit your done, take you back to your Google Slides. Then when you're in your Google Slides, you're going to want to take a look at, and you can utilize throughout the lesson, that note sheet. It's going to take you to your Google Drive, and it's going to have a notes PDF document for you to look at, just like in the video. Okay? So these two tools here on this sheet are going to be really important for you to go back to and look at if you're struggling throughout the lesson for the day. Okay? So once you go through and you watch your video and you take a look at your note sheet, you're going to take a look at your activities for the day. Some activities that you're going to be doing are going to actually ask you to go to outside websites. For example, this guy here, this activity right here, Guess My Rule, is going to take you to a Desmos activity. You want to make sure that when you go to that website, you need to click on your teacher's name. Okay, so if you're in Miss Germain's class, you're going to click on Miss Germain, and it's going to take you to her class link, my class link, for that activity. Remembering that you don't need to log in to do the work. You just follow the link, click join, then select continue without signing in. So let me show you what that's going to look like. So you click my name. It'll take you to an outside website, Desmos. You're going to click that join button. Okay, once you join, you're going to continue without signing in. You're going to put in your name, okay, and you're going to hit go. Okay, each slide inside this activity is going to have directions for you to follow. Okay, so when you go through and you complete each of these slides, you're going to click your next arrow up at the top right-hand corner to go through all of your slides. Obviously, you're not going to go through and just click through them. You're going to go and you're going to put in some answers here. So for example, if you have an input and your output is always 7, what's your rule going to be? If you thinking about that rule, and then you're going to say, if your output is 6, or your input is 6, what do you think your output's going to be? You're going to be making a guess based on this table that they've given you. Okay, so make sure once you put your answer in here, you hit submit and you hit your next. Make sure that you're putting answers in here before you hit that next button. Okay, so once you get through all 11 of your pages, you're going to be done. So you're going to be up in the top left-hand corner, you're going to hit your done. It's going to take you back to your slideshow. So you're done with that activity. Now let's look at the next sheet. So the next slide is going to have another example for you, another activity for you to do. It's going to have some more activities where you're going to be writing your rule in and giving me your output. Those shaded boxes down below are going to be where you're going to put your answers. You're going to go through the rest of the activities, making sure you're reading the directions, putting your answers in the appropriate boxes, and moving forward. Okay? Last thing you're going to do is the last activity. Given a table, you're going to tell me whether or not it represents a function or not. So you're going to be completing all of those activities given those tables. Last thing, whether you're in algebra or 8th grade, you're always going to have a must do at the end, which is an exit slip. So it's going to be really important that you come all the way to the end and you fill out this exit slip. But please, let me tell you, do not fill it in on the end of day 1. You fill in your exit slip at the end of your slides. So not at the end of day 1. You don't fill it out every day. You fill it out once you get everything done. Right before you hit your submit, you're going to come in here, you're going to find your teacher's name in the link. And for example, this is Miss Germain. You click on her, Google, it'll take you to Google Forms. You're going to put your first name, last name. You're going to click which period you have her. Okay? Please don't click on I don't remember, because everybody knows what period you have me. Be a saint, and please make it easy on me. So then you're going to go through and you're going to answer the questions based on your learning for the day. Okay, so you're given an input of 2. You're given the rule. What's your output going to be? Same thing for all of these guys here. You're given a table. Does it represent a function, yes or no? And how do you know if a table is a function or not? So you're going to answer all those questions, and then you're going to come down here and you're going to hit that submit button. make sure that you hit that submit button and you don't just close it out before you hit it, because your answer won't get sent to me and you won't get credit for completing it. And that's going to be part of your grade, is handing in those end of day Google Forms. So please make sure that you hit the submit button before you close it out. So once you go through all your lessons, you get to the must do, you go through, you do your exit slip, the last page, well, the second to last slide for you, is going to be extension work. This is not something that needs to be completed, but I suggest you do it if there are two things. You finish early and you say, hey, that was really easy. Maybe I want to try something a little bit harder. That would be a good idea to do that extension practice. Or if you were going through and you were like, oh, geez, I really have no idea what was happening today. I need more help. This is another place that you can go to, for example, your Khan Academy or your Lesson 1 practice problems. So if you were to, for example, click on that challenge problem, it's going to have some more challenging problems for you to go through. It'll take you to a document. You can open it up. You can write your answers on a separate piece of paper. Okay? And if you want to do that extension work, you can. And then that'll take you to the end of your slides, making sure that when you're done, you finish everything, you have answers in all your boxes. You go back to your Google Classroom and you make sure that you submit them and you turn it into me, because I can't give you a grade on it until you turn it into me. So once you get to the end, when you're done with everything, you're going to make sure that you hit turn in. Okay? Wonderful. So ladies and gentlemen, that was a run through of what your lessons are going to be looking like, how you're going to be completing them for the remainder of this distance learning for us. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. So guys, I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I didn't really talk about it in the video before, but I wanted to let you know that I created 2 separate videos that's really going to go through how you open up and complete and turn in your Google Classroom activities on different types of devices. So one video is going to be focusing specifically on phones or tablets. So that means Apple phones, that means Android phones, or any types of tablet that you might have. And then there's also going to be a video that focuses more on computers and laptops. So please make sure that I'm not going to have everybody watch both videos because like a waste of your time, but you're going to be expected to click on the video that pertains to the type of device that you use, and you're going to be looking at it, and it's going to talk you through how to open, edit, and turn in your assignments based on different types of devices that you have. So please make sure that you look on our stream for that video as well, for those videos. Okay? Awesome. I miss you guys. Stay awesome. Please reach out if you have any questions going forward, because I know this is all new, maybe a little bit scary, but we're here. We're going to get it done. We're going to try our best. And I have faith in every single one of you guys.